We thank God that thus far He has helped us. I've always told you that I'm not a prophet. I'm a pastor. But I do hear from God once in a while. The Lord told us at the beginning of the year, He said, the wind is already blowing. And He said, there's nothing we can do to stop the wind. And you remember I explained about the wind blowing. I said the elders have a saying that when the wind blows, you will see the anus of the chicken, which means hidden secrets will come into the open. We are just in February, and several secrets are already coming into the open. The wind is already blowing. There's nothing we can do to stop the wind from blowing. So I'm appealing once again to all my children. If you know you have any secrets that you don't want exposed, you better do something about it fast. Because there's nothing we can do to stop the wind. Because we haven't seen anything yet. The wind is already blowing. And may the wind blow in your favor. And I'm going to beg you to pray for Nigeria. You remember God also said at the beginning of the year that things are going to get worse before they get better. How many of you remember that? Now, if you know the value of the Naira to the dollar by January 1, and you compare it to the value of the Naira to the dollar today, you will know it looks as if this little boy heard from God. The reason we have to pray, and pray with all our strength, is that when He says things will get worse before they get better, we don't know how worse. We don't know how far down we will go before we begin to climb again. So please, with all your heart, I want you to begin to cry to God and say, have mercy on us. Let the downward turn end very quickly. Because when things get worse, it's innocent people like you and I who will suffer. Am I correct? It doesn't matter how much they are changing the dollar for now. There are some people who are secure where they are. Like I said on Friday, or was it on Thursday, at the Holy Communion service. The governor does not need to know the cost of petrol. Is that correct? He doesn't want to know how much petrol will fill his tank. He wants to go out, he just gets up, gets into the car, and off he goes. The governor doesn't queue at petrol station, does he? The president does not need to know how much they sell bread. It's none of his business. To get to the table when he wants to eat and eat. It is common people like you and I who can tell that at the beginning of the year, this is how much they are selling rice, a bag of rice. But today, this is how much they are selling, because we have to buy. So we need to cry to God, please, because of we common people, Lord, have mercy. Have mercy. Do I hear somebody say, God, have mercy? All right. Let me close. When the wind blows, whether it blows on your favor or not, depends on whose side you are on. Because the wind that blew, that opened the way for the children of Israel, is also the wind that blew, that drowned Pharaoh and his hosts. The wind that is blowing, as you can see in Nigeria, that is already exposing some level of corruption that we didn't know existed before. The same wind can blow prosperity into some lives. Many a times, it is when things are hard that God's children prosper. On whose side are you? Are you on the side of the Lord, or you are against him?